Selena. It's a bad baby. Oak Cliff girl. Can't make you change my world. Damn, you're so fine, girl. Oak Cliff girl. Put them heels on and prove. Welcome to Selena's Couch, where you are welcome to be free to be yourself. So you can lay your head on my couch, on my pillows. It's all good, we can do whatever we wanna do now. I'm in my bag right now, and I got a feeling, babe, yeah. You gon' be my number one lover. Spend the night making love to each other, with the lights on top of the covers. Just me and you, babe. And I feel like you're my
love you to Reese's Pieces.
Get you a word. Nana nana boo boo.
Hey y'all, put a one in the chat if you can hear me. I'm just leaving the gym. I got my headphones on, so please put a one in the chat so that I won't just be talking and nobody can hear me. Please put a one in the chat. Please put a one in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I hope everybody is doing well. I am doing great. Like I said, on my way home, leaving the gym. So about to go home, take me a good shower, get something to eat, bite to eat. And what's up, Meek Meek? Mo Badog, my girl, how are you? Black Ubiquity, always a pleasure to have you in the chat. I hope that you guys can still hear me. So I'm just gonna be a little short live or whatever. I just want to talk about how people are really too invested with YouTube. They're too invested and they really need to get a life. Yesterday, I had a really good live with Farmer Nancy. A lot of people don't agree with some of the way that she thinks, her stance on certain things. That's fine. Hey Shirley, I noticed yesterday when I was looking to playback at Garrett Chavez playback, it was a lot of people in the chat was saying that from what I could see, that she was working with a particular person, and this particular person is named Queen Regina, or Ultimate Showgirl, right? And she's in the sector of the Kwame Brown sector, and she's had a lot of different people coming at her. She's came at a lot of people for various reasons, right? You maybe even seen her in my chat. So everybody that comes in my chat, unless they just been blatantly disrespectful and I blocked them already, I'm very cordial to and respectful until people get out of hand. Yesterday I had an interview, and it was like an interview slash just having a normal conversation, with her, TJ, I think Damn D came up as well. So we just having a good fun conversation. One of the questions I asked her, because people were saying, did she work with this person behind the scenes, or or is she working with other people behind the scenes? They were already saying, they were putting the narrative out that she was. With me knowing a little bit about Farmer Nancy, I know she doesn't work with anyone behind the scenes. She is a mother. She's a former vet. She is a wife. She is, a caretaker of her aunt. So she has a lot of hats that she wears. And one thing about a person that has a life and they don't have time to play with people on YouTube, especially people behind the scenes. So as me interviewing, and if you notice, every interview I say these opinions and thoughts of the interviewee, yeah, because they're the interviewee, I'm the interviewer, is not of my own. I'm asking questions to clarify things. So I asked I asked her, was she working with this particular person or has she worked with anyone behind the scenes? And of course, Pharmacist Nancy said no. Okay. So, and that is the truth because I know a little bit about her enough to know that she's not into that kind of stuff. A lot of people may have an opinion about her in a negative way, but one thing I can say for sure that she is so preoccupied with her real life, trying to make sure her kids and her husband is good. She's not trying to do anything diabolical behind the scenes. So I asked her that question just to clear it up because people were putting that narrative in the chat. I got this, and I'm gonna really try my best not to be disrespectful because I feel like I've been disrespected, even though I have been respectful as much as I could with people. But what you not gonna do, and I'm gonna tell you this because regardless of how elderly you are, ma'am, I'm a grown woman. What you're not gonna do is threaten me for some YouTube asking a damn question in an interview. If you bring this to court or anything else, they're gonna laugh at you. And let me let you know this. I don't talk a lot about my family and who's in my family, who all the people I'm related to, but I'm gonna let you in on something. Hey Randy, hey Shirley. I have a prosecutor in my family. I have two attorneys in my family, practicing attorneys, and I have a judge that are my blood relatives. I have any type of legal advice that I need to get, if I have to, I can get those things. I can get that information. I am not going to be going out here ignorant of anything. If push comes to shove, if something were to happen on here, you will not threaten me about any of my information. If something does occur and you try to do something or you're trying to dox me or do anything with my information, you will be dealt with. I don't play with anybody on here. Hello, Royalty. Hey, Randy. I'm not playing with anybody on here. Keep it YouTube. If asking a question is disrespectful, ma'am, you are on the wrong platform. People ask questions in an interview. I did not side with anyone. I wanted to make sure that Farmer Nancy had the opportunity to be exposed on where people come to see me, they might not go to see her. So she was trying to get exposure for what had happened to her, what she believed in, and how she felt wrong. Okay, my opinions and thoughts are not of the interviewee, and I made that very clear on any interview that I do. So if you think and if you think in your rabbit ass mind that you going to try to sue me or do anything that is out of the bounds of YouTube because I asked a question, ma'am, you are really slow. Okay. Every time you came in my chat, hey Bama, I've been nothing but cordial to you. I have not always agreed with the things that you do. I don't get into that because that's none of my business. And I learned a long time ago to stay in my lane. But you need to stay in your lane. If people don't come fucking with you, don't come fucking with them. Okay? What you need to understand is everything is not a legal matter. Okay? Everything is not a legal matter. And to threaten people about doxing people on their jobs or whatever, see, my job is already aware of silly YouTube people because I've already let them know. So there's nothing you can do on that. If you try to do anything else and it is illegal, I can deal with it legally. Okay. So that's something you probably want to think about, Miss Regina, before you try any of that shit with me. Again, I've never done anything besides stay in my lane with you because I understand you are a different type of character. Okay. And that's fine. I learned to keep people where they are. And if that's who they are, that's who they are. What's up, Cutting Edge? I don't have a problem with people being different. I don't have to sleep with you and I don't have to stay with you. So I don't care. This is YouTube, okay? So I treat people accordingly. But if you are upset because I said your name, I asked the question because that was the narrative that was people were saying in the chat. Okay. Hey Randy. Um and that was it and that was all. Nothing disparaging was said about you on my end. And then you lied on one of your community posts because you've been trying to get my attention for a while, and I let some things go because really, to me, you're really silly. You're a silly old woman, and really, you could be a little bit more if you would actually grow up, if you would stay off of those gummies or whatever you're on and really grow up and be a grown woman like you should be, you can actually give people wisdom because you've been around here longer than I have, or maybe some of these other people, Rodney or whoever else. But because you're a silly old woman, you're going to continue to keep being a silly old woman. You are very bipolar. You're like the weather in Texas. Just the other day, you were in my chat laughing, and the other day, you want to dox me. You want to take me to court for asking a question. Okay, L- does that make sense to anybody that is logical, that is of sound mind? No, it doesn't. Have I bullied you? Absolutely not. I don't even care one way or the other if you come or if you don't. I really don't. And again, I don't have any real issue with you, but what I have an issue with is you threatening me, okay? Because I didn't think a question would warrant somebody trying to dox me because I asked a question. Hey E, how are you? So I'm just gonna say this. Whatever witchcraft you own, whatever you praying to the ancestors about and using witchcraft, it's not gonna work on me because I'm definitely covered. As much as I can sometimes act a fool and go off, I'm covered. So you and your spells won't penetrate me. Now you can act like you got some sense and move around because I ain't came fucking with you, okay? I just asked a damn question because that was the narrative that was going on in the chats. And believe me, I talked to former Nancy, and if former Nancy knows and understands, and she and is as I would say, not a lot of people think she's not logical, okay? But as as far off as some people may think former Nancy is, she understood that. She understood what a interview was in answering questions, asking questions. When you're in an interview, you ask questions. And I don't know where you psycho people on here don't understand an interview, what an interview is. I don't understand it. But it seems to me that it's what people do on here. They try to pick fights because they think people are either weak or they think people are really not going to say anything. And I can let a lot of stuff go, but some things I'm just going to nip in the bud right now. If you come for me, you best to believe I'm going to make a I'm gonna be on purpose with you. I'm gonna make sure that you understand to leave YouTube in real life. Okay? I don't question you about your time in the service. I don't question anything that you do because why? I don't care. You're not even on my Richter scale. I don't care what anybody else on here does. It has nothing to do with me. Okay? I don't care who you're working with behind the scenes or if you're working with anybody. I don't give a damn about any of that. But what you're not going to do is try to threaten me for asking a question and doing what I do on my platform. That's what I do on my platform, just like you. When you have done interviews, you ask questions. Okay? That's what people do again on interviews. Now, if you don't understand that, I don't know what to tell you. Hey, Divine, but your witchcraft, it ain't gonna work on me. Your threats, it ain't gonna work on me. Okay? And where I'm from the D. So all of that, you need to stay up in Georgia with that. Okay? Whatever issues you have with Kwame Brown or any other person that came at you, keep it with that. Now, you ain't never heard me get on nobody's platform downing, berating, calling you a kook, even though you deserved it, calling you out your name or anything like that. So you need to say that energy for people that's giving that to you. Okay? And most of the time, you are the type of person, and you're not the only one. So a lot of people on here, they can't handle the truth. They don't know how to uh be listen and actually uh hear what people have to say. You might not like it, but it might actually be the truth. It might actually be something to help you. And I don't know about you, but if I'm closer to 60, I should be trying to get my soul right instead of trying to sue people. I'm just saying. So I'm not bothering you. I just asked a question, and I'm Derek. Hey, Derek. I'm not mad. I'm calm. I'm about as calm as I'm gonna get. I'm not even. I just left the gym, so I'm good. But I really think that a lot of the people on here, like, they be too self-involved with people that they don't know. They really do. Nobody cares about people not liking. I don't even know you. I don't know any of you people that have issues with me. Really, to be honest with you, um, I don't even know why people won't just go away. After a certain amount of time, you just need to walk away. It is what it is. But since people can't do that, hey, Tyron, hey, Strawberry, I'm just gonna let you know, man, don't do that with me, because I ain't did nothing to you. I did an interview. I asked a question because the narrative was out there. Former Nancy understood. Former Nancy wasn't she wasn't offended. And that's really the only person I'm concerned, because I had her on my platform. I was talking to her on my platform. Hey, my whole vibe. So I really don't care about your feelings, because I didn't say nothing disparaging about you. I didn't. Now, just last week, she was praising me, and but this week, it's something different. I don't work like people on here on YouTube. I'm consistent with what I like and what I don't like. And if I don't really fool with you like that, but I'm cordial with you, I'm cordial. I give people respect unless they disrespect me. I'm what normal people do. I act like a normal person, how I do in my everyday life. I'm not playing a role. I'm not playing, hey, Swifty Swift. I'm not playing some kind of, uh, you know, diva or something like that. I'm just Selena. Hey, Deborah. So I really don't understand when people get in their feelings when I do interviews. Well, you know what, Jesus Peace? I'm starting to think that, especially in this sector, because people are not logical and they on that bullshit, and they just want to pick a fight with somebody. I'm starting to think it is a bad idea, Jesus Peace, to do any interviews in this sector. Hey, Just Eat, because people don't have good sense. People get offended, but see that, and they want to strike because they already snakes. So when they strike and you ain't really did nothing but do an interview, they ain't liked you in the first place. They wanted to find a reason, Sirius. Hey, Sirius, to come at you. So I'm starting to think, Jesus Peace, you might be you might be on to something. Because I did say before, but see, I didn't have a problem with former Nancy. Who I had a problem with somebody that wasn't even involved. I just asked the question about that because they were saying that in that person's chat that she was working with a certain person. So I was trying to clarify it. I didn't feel anything was wrong with it. So that's what I don't understand. So all I'm saying is, if you come this way with that bullshit about trying to dox me or call my job or do anything, just remember what I said. I have gotten to the point I'm not finna play with none of y'all people on this app. Keep it YouTube. Just keep it YouTube. Okay? I don't, I don't go into anybody's life because I really don't care. There has been people that gave me other people's. I didn't do nothing with the information. What's up, Ryan? I didn't do nothing with the information. I let whoever, if they gonna, hey, that's on you. I don't do that kind of stuff. I don't dox people because number one, I don't care. I don't care about anybody on here that's not a real friend to me, a family member. If you're not a real friend or a family member to me, I don't care. Now, don't get me wrong. I care for, my subscribing people like that. I don't wish no harm on, you guys or anybody. But what I'm saying is, as far as like really being concerned about other people's lives, what they have, what they don't have, I don't give a damn. I really don't. And he said, facts. These interviews are starting to drag you in. Our channel was better without the nonsense, right? And see, it's only people that really can't do what you do. See, I'm sorry that you can't do what I can do in an interview. You got to take that up with God. So that I don't. I mean, that's a personal issue. But I'm going to now. If I'm going to deal with somebody, it's going to definitely be somebody that I know is sane enough to understand what an interview is. And that's why I dealt with Nancy. But these other people, these outside people that wasn't even involved in this shit, like I said, I just named her because that's what people were saying in the chat. Then I didn't think nothing, more of it. I wasn't trying to be messy. I was asking a question because that's what was being told, that she was working with that person. So yeah, that's just how I feel about it, Lee. But I think this time going around, I'll deal with people that I understand that what an interview is, that's logical, that is not mentally ill in any type of way. And I understand you can't really know that being on here, but just kind of just watching how people move on here can give you an idea of how they'll deal with you. Um, so it's all good with me. Like I said, I don't care. I don't care if you like me. You can write a whole 10-page letter about how you feel about me and what you think about me. I don't give a damn at this point. None of you people know me in real life, and I'm so thankful for that. Especially, I'm not talking about you guys. I'm just talking about some of the demon spawns that I have met on here. So I'm not concerned with what anybody got going on. I'm not concerned about doing anything behind the scenes unless it's somebody that I really kind of really flow with, and we on the same level as far as logic and common sense. But if it's on this, I don't deal with these spooky people. Yeah, you could have told me that earlier that you were doing a live, D, but I saw it. What's up, Carl? But yeah, so I've been on the wall of death before. So, and it was something that I don't even know what she had a problem with. So with this type of person, I don't deal with people like that. I don't deal with people, one day they like you, next day they hate you. One day they want to lift you up and encourage you, the next day they want to drag your name through the mud. I don't deal with people like that in real life. Right. I don't deal. What's up, Maddie? I don't deal with people like I just. You just seen it yourself, yeah. Cause I seen your live and I saw my face. I was like, okay, what the hell now? You know what I'm saying? So when people can't do what you do, they feel away. They take that up with the good Lord. I use my talents and gifts to the best of my ability. I didn't use my talents and gifts sucking dick and laying on my back and blaming everybody for my problems. So I just learned to do the best I can with what I got. And I don't try to be like anybody else but me. What's up, Trina? I don't try to be what's up, TP? I don't try to be like anybody else on this app. I don't care um to be honest with you. So you can keep writing and typing and stuff like I said, but I have not said anything derogatory or anything that was vulgar. I asked former Nancy a question. She answered it because I wanted to clarify what people were saying, to to let people know that that's not the truth. And that was it, and that was all. And I don't understand why people can't just accept that for what it is. Um, but on here, people will make anything out of nothing. I was alarmed the other day when somebody else had a problem with me doing an interview with people that they didn't like on my platform. And I'm like, this is my platform. I don't give a damn if you like a certain person or if you don't. These are the people that I like. This is who I support. This is my channel. I can have anybody that I want to. And I don't know the entitlement and the self-centeredness and self-absorbed people that's on here, but y'all go over there with y'all channel. Don't come over here. I don't ask those type of people to come over to my channel. They just come. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give a damn what you think, to be honest with you, or what kind of problem you had. What's up, just saying? But I just know that whatever y'all got going on with people, it don't got nothing to do with me. And even if it is got something to do with me, and this is YouTube. This is YouTube. Yeah, right. People that don't support you try to tell you what to do with your channel, as if I owe you an explanation why I rock with people just because they're enemies with you. Hell, I might be your enemy. I'm just trying to get out the way. I might not like you. I mean, I just don't understand people's logic. I don't. You know, I tell people. I was talking to somebody. I was like, you know what? It's people still gonna be in 2025. 2025 still talking about the same BS and who hurt them and who made them mad and who's a snake and who's fake in this sector. In this sector, you can only go so far in this sector because these people out here, they don't they just their mindset can only go so far, and they get mad at you because you're trying to do something different. I don't think I'm the biggest and baddest. I don't think none of that. I'm trying to get to where I need to be. But what people not gonna do is what you're not gonna threaten me and bully me on here and think you gonna be and get away with it. You try doing anything with my job or anything with anything personal to me, you gonna find out in real life though. Cause what I don't do is bother people's personal stuff. That's what I don't do. So you keep it YouTube all day long. I'm good with you not liking me. I'm good with you calling me all types of names. I'm used to that. That's what people do on here because they not intelligent to do anything else. But when it comes to real life and thinking you gonna come into my real life and try to disturb my real life and my peace, we not doing it. You're not gonna do any of that. Because guess what? You didn't give me peace. God gave me peace of mind. And people on here ain't going to take it. Yeah, every now and then you get upset. Every now and then you be ready to cuss somebody out because they deserve to be cussed out, some people. But to be honest with you, you're not going to have my peace. Like, I'm going to be good regardless. I'm going to be definitely be good regardless. And it's coming a new year for me. My birthday's around the corner. It's coming. It's going to be a new year. It's going to be 2025 is just around the corner. And what I'm not going to do is keep playing in bullshit. I'm not finna do that with bullshit people, and I'm not gonna play with it. I'm not gonna go on no more panels. I done said what I need to say. If a person want to continue to keep saying my name and to keep bringing me up, hey, if people really look at it, they gonna wonder and realize how stupid that is, and they gonna say, "Who got the problem, them or me?" So in real life, I don't have to talk about me having a real life because you guys know that I do have one. So I don't have to say I have a real life and I'm doing big things and I'm doing great things in my real life. I don't have to do that. I just live from day to day, just like you and anybody else. So I just had to say that. But all that bullying and thinking you trying to and I remember, I'm gonna just say this. I remember back in the day when older people, especially older women in the church, because I come from an old school church, it was older women in the church would teach you as a young woman how to present yourself, how to act as a lady, how not to do certain things, have certain types of behaviors. And I haven't been perfect, but one thing I can say about those older women, they taught me and gave me some valuable wisdom growing up. And there's certain things that because I got that wisdom and understanding, that's why I'm not easily broken. I'm not a person that is going to I'm not a breakable person. My spirit is strong and it's going to continue to be strong because of the God that I serve. So don't get it twisted. Just because I might say a little few cuss words, don't get it twisted. I know who I am and I know whose I am. And a lot of things that people have tried to do to me on here and even in my real life, it never broke me and it won't. Your opinions of me is absolutely just bullshit at the end of the day. Um, and to be honest with you, it don't really matter. You can't tell me who I am. My family can tell me who I am. My close friends can tell me who I am. People that know me in real life can tell me, they can tell you about me. I don't have to present myself or act like I'm something on here when I'm not. But hey Natron, I had older people in my church. I had older women in my family that showed me certain things and told me certain things to apply to my life and that I still take to this day. So when I come on here and see how some people handle themselves, and they should be more of an example to me, to younger women, to younger men, it's really disheartening how some older people act. And to be honest with you, some people, especially I would say her, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. And if you say any other scripture on your life, you really need to get struck down. Your scriptures that you say, it absolutely falls on deaf ears because you know what? Your life, it don't even, it's not even a look, it don't even present what a real believer should be, and just in a little bit. You're just really, you're just a fake. You're just a fake person. You can't be quoting scriptures and then act like the devil. It don't work that way. And I understand I'm not perfect. I make a lot of mistakes and say a lot of things that I probably shouldn't say. But I call a spade when I need to. I don't have time to fight with you old people on here. I really don't. I don't even care to. I live in a real life with real people with real problems, with real stuff going on. And all this other bullshit about what you feel and what you see is just a bunch of bullshit at the end of the day. Hey, Darren. Hey, Farmer Nancy. Like I said, the only person that I was concerned about because I was interviewing them would be her. And I was asking her for clarification so that other people would know that she's not dealing with anyone behind the scenes. That was the only reason for me doing that. The only reason. Okay? It wasn't to be messy. It wasn't to be any of that. But this is the narrative that you have going around here when people want to do interviews. That's why I will not, and I'm going to say this. I don't mind having conversations with people on my platform, like, just random. But as far as interviewing anybody in this sector, I will not. Y'all, people, some of these people in this sector are too damn silly. They too damn silly and they too slow and immature to have any type of interviews on here with any of you. People take things too serious. Take things out of turn. They take things in a wrong manner, and to me, it's not. If you're logical about some things, it don't make sense. Hey, thank you, Russell. So I'm just um I'm just gonna keep that 100 on that. Don't threaten me, lady. Don't threaten me. Don't threaten me, because what you really coming to a person that don't bother anybody, and you'll come and you're going to get yourself in a situation that you might can get out of. I remember when she felt like people was bullying her ass, right? And she had people coming in getting in her business, and she was mad about it. She was disgruntled about it. At one point, I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of felt sorry for her at one point, because I'm like, dang, she an older lady. Like, people need to leave her alone. That's what I was thinking at one point. And then I started observing some things, and I'm like, okay, I stay in my lane. What's up, Doves? Good to see you. I stay in my lane, but I had my opinions and I kept them to myself. You know, because sometimes that's the best thing when you're dealing with silly people that have no good understanding. You keep things to yourself, and you voice them maybe to people that but you keep things to yourself. So as I keep things to myself, I move on. I do what I do. I do my channel. I don't. What's up, Slim? I don't bother nobody. Do what I need to do. Right. Be cordial to people. Be respectful as much as I can, much as people allow me to. And I just do my content. Whether some people think it's dead, or whether some people like it. Hey, it is what it is. I'm not for everybody. But I keep things to myself, my opinions to myself, because as I was taught, a long time ago, dealing with silly folks, stay in your lane, okay? So I'm gonna tell you to stay in your lane, ma'am, because in people's real life, you don't interfere. I don't interfere in your real life. I don't give a damn what you got going on. I don't interfere. I ain't talking about your kids. I ain't talking about anything that's concerning you. I don't give a flying. You know what? I don't care. You know. And I said this last week when you were in here. I said you can't tell with Miss Regina. She'll like you one day and hate you the next. And here we go. Another week. It's always something new. Somebody want to pick a fight with Selena. Somebody got to have a problem with Selena because she wants to do an interview, because she's talking to somebody else, and oh, their name pops up. So I'm just like, you know what? Y'all know who to fuck with out on here. I think so. I think y'all know who to always bring up because y'all know that there's certain people on here that don't go back and forth. You know, they say what they need to say and they move on. So y'all know who to mess with on here. I can say that. But some of you folks need to realize, especially you, Miss Regina, everybody not playing. Just like you not playing, I'm not playing. I'm about sick and tired of y'all motherfuckers on here. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of y'all need to get y'all ass off of YouTube and get a real life. I really, I'm, I promise you, I don't ever, because I know my tolerance level, I don't ever want to see some of y'all folks because some of these people on here, and I'm not talking about none of y'all in here. I'm talking about some of these content creators, people I have had bad experiences with. I promise you, if I ever see any of you guys, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be. You got people on here, y'all do too much. Y'all do absolutely the most. And it's uncalled for and it's unwarranted. It really is. It's uncalled for and it's unwarranted. The stuff that people do on here. So I'm not a person that runs and I'm not a person that hides. If you don't like me, that's okay. You'll get over it. And if you don't, oh well. I know I will. I could care less. You liking or disliking, you supporting or supporting. Hello, we. How are you? You supporting or not supporting. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. I want people that support me to actually like my content, that's not just over here being nosy, but actually like what I have to say and that really supports me in real life. Like, I mean, real life on here is what I'm saying. Hey, L Boogie. So I don't care nothing about if you don't support me. If you come in here and you don't, uh, you know, buy all these memberships for people, you know, I'm not to be bought, and I said that a long time ago. Nobody's gonna buy me. Nobody's gonna control my channel, but Selena. The only person that I would give, that I would honor would be God on my channel, the Heavenly Father, the Most High. It ain't gonna be nobody on here. I don't put nobody above God. Okay. Um. So I don't. Nobody can buy me on here. Um. So I'm just saying some things to you guys because I think that some people got me all the way messed. They got me. I'm really trying my best not to say what I want. They got me messed up on here. Don't take that just because I try to be level headed that I'm really just gonna let things go. I'm really just gonna just always, well, I'm just gonna let it go. I'm just gonna pray. I'm gonna pray about it, all right. But I got enough common sense to take things in action as well if I have to. I'm not gonna have people playing with me on here like that. Like, don't play with me on here. Don't try to bully me on here. Don't try to do anything with my information or whatever you're trying to do. I don't give. Look, I'm gonna tell you this is the wrong tree you're barking up on, whatever that saying is. This the wrong person. I'm not that. You may thought I was weak, you may thought I was this. I'm not that. I'm not who you think I am. And I'm the type of person, once I get tired, I get real tired, you gonna really wish you would have left me alone. Because I'm at the point now that I let things go. That at this point in my life, I'm going to do whatever it takes to keep me good. And anybody that tries to interfere with my real life, I'm coming for you. And I'm going to do it legally. Don't fuck with me unless I'm fucking with you. Okay? You can say what you want to say on YouTube. Keep it YouTube. Your witchcraft and all that shit that you do with your ancestors ain't gonna work on me. I can promise you that. I'm good and I'm covered. Keep it YouTube. And if I want to interview, which at this point in my life, dealing with you silly hoes and niggas on here, at this point in my life, I don't even want to interview nobody in this damn sector. Y'all are some real kooks, like in real life. Like something is really mentally wrong with you guys. And it's not everybody. I'm talking about the people I've had bad dealings with. And with this lady coming at me, like I said, she's put me on her wall a couple of times. And I didn't say nothing. I just let it go. I'm like, I don't know what the hell she got going on. She wanted me to respond this summer to her. She said something, and she typed it on that wall, and I let it go because I'm like, lady, I ain't do nothing to you. You feeling the way? You need to take that up with Jesus. Don't take that up with me. I didn't do nothing to you. I let that go. She did something there. I let that go. But you trying to bully me, that ain't gonna work. Now I don't talk to former Nancy. She don't have a problem, neither was she offended. And that's the person that I care about because that's the person that was on my platform. She understood why I asked her that question. Okay. So with you being almost 60 years old, if you're not 60, you should have understood what the question, why I asked the question. And if you were listening, you would have understood why I asked the question. You wouldn't have been offended by it. But again, I'm dealing with people that are not logical on here. I'm dealing with people, all they can do is cuss and act a character on here. I'm not dealing with real people. I'm dealing with characters, cartoons, Looney Tunes, that kind of shit. Like, I just can't deal with you people. I don't deal with people like this in real life. So I'm definitely not going to keep dealing with folks like that. CC, that lady Regina put me on the wall, was saying something about she was going to dox me by the end of this week because I asked former Nancy a question. The question, if you were in Garrett's chat, people were having the narrative that she was working with her, Regina. They were saying former Nancy was working with Regina. With me knowing former Nancy a little bit, I asked her the question on my platform. Well, Regina didn't like that. She's the queen mother, so she thinks that she's running everything and everybody on YouTube, especially in this sector. You are not queen mother. You're not my mother. You're not a queen. Queens don't present themselves that way. Queens know when to shut up, and queens know when to speak. First of all, you got to have a king to be a queen. That's number one. But number two, you definitely know your place. And your place is not everybody's business. Now, see, you good on speaking on other people's business, but when people bring you up, you got a problem. Well, on this app and any other app, in real life, people have the right to speak on you if you speak on them. The last time I checked, I'm just saying. So, hey, Duke, what's good? So, if you're going to speak on someone, just beware that they have the right to speak on you. Okay? Now, I don't give a damn about this, what you got going on with Kwame Brown or TJ or anybody else that spoke on you or you work for or whoever. I have nothing to do with that. I stay far away from that shit. I stay far away from talking about that because that ain't my lane. But what you not gonna do is threaten me and think that's gonna be okay, cause it ain't. Yeah, exactly. Farmer Nancy, you don't speak on her, she don't speak on you. I mean, speak for you. So keep it, and that's what I say. I know how to. I see people as individuals. I don't always see people as groups because I understand everybody has they should have their own mind. So I understand that too. So like I said, it's all good. But I just want to let you know, don't come this way with that shit. Like for real though. Like seriously. Keep it YouTube. I ain't said nothing to you. I ain't did nothing to you. But said your name. So stay off the gummies for a couple of weeks. Stay off the gummies and chill out. Uh say a prayer. Uh you know, you know, get saved, go get baptized, do something. Do something to get your mind right. Cause you definitely have barked up the wrong tree with me, cause I'm not the one. I'm getting real kind of just like kind of tired of some of you folks on here. Y'all take things too serious. Y'all do too much devilment, and I'm gonna call it devilment because that's what it is. Y'all do too much, and when people be really telling you the truth, you don't want to hear it. But the truth is the truth. I don't care who tells it. Go sit your ass down somewhere. Stay in your lane and let me stay in mine. Okay? Don't threaten me about my personal life. Don't threaten me about doing anything that in my real life, because I'm going to make an example of somebody because I've been played with too much on here. Let it go. It was an interview. It was a question. No one accused anyone of anything, not me. I just asked a question. And I always say, like I said at the very beginning of my live, my interview, if the interviewee said something, right? Their thoughts and their opinions is not of my own. Okay? That's why I'm asking a question. That's why I'm interviewing. Okay? And that's what I do. Okay? So if my channel is so dead, thank you. Please move around. Get out of your character as the ultimate showgirl and just be a human for once. Okay? Treat people like you want to be treated. If you don't want nobody coming for you, don't be coming for people that ain't bothering you. And especially for people that you should be imparting wisdom to, not someone that you're trying to tear down and destroy. But when you're dealing with a person that has that type of spirit, now I call it a snake spirit. They don't care who they strike because they're snake. Snakes are supposed to strike to kill their prey. So they don't care who they strike at the end of the day, as long as they kill their prey. But I'm gonna tell you this, if nobody else ever told you this, you have a real controlling, narcissistic type of behavior and spirit on you. And it's because that little girl in you, the little girl that you act like don't exist, people that can look into, and I'm talking to that, I'm talking to what is operating behind what you do. Because see, what you have is a spirit of control. You like to control people, you like to manipulate people, and you want people to do your bidding. Because that little girl in you, first of all, that little girl that you tried to ignore was not paid attention to when you were growing up. You see, you always felt, I'm pretty sure you felt like you were insignificant, that people didn't hear you, people didn't see you, and that's why you act the way you act on here. You do the most because people didn't see you. You had a few men that slept with you. A man will sleep with anybody. All they have to do is put a bag over your head. And I'm just saying women in general, they'll sleep with anything. But because you have never felt like you've been seen, that's why you act the way you act. But you need to grow the fuck up and get some therapy and stay off them damn gummies and really have a little talk with Jesus. Now I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Now that little girl in you, and you need to really find some healing in that area, because if you had some healing in that area, you wouldn't be acting the way you acting on here. Somebody that's 60 years old or close to 60 don't act like that. I got aunties, older cousins that wouldn't dare act like that. Now I got some crazy people, but in your family, you always gonna have a crazy person. But to the extent that you do is too much, and it's unreal, and it looks fake. It's comical, you're entertaining for sure, but it's fake. You never been seen, and you want to be seen, and that's why you act the way you act. And that's the real truth of the matter. So you can act like you know me, but I see who you are. I can see through you. I can see through you. So you can say you don't know me. I can say the same thing about you. You don't know me. But I'm going by your actions and how you act. You have the potential, really, I would say, to actually be charming. But because you're so manipulative, it's always going to switch on people, because you're manipulative, and you're spiteful, and you're revengeful. You have a very revengeful spirit, and you like to crush and kill anything in your way. That's exactly what snakes do. They attack, they prey, they destroy it. And that's what you are. Like I said, go have a little talk with Jesus and tell him about your problems, because you definitely need it. A lot of people on here need it. They need some help. And I'm not talking about some therapy. They really need some help. They really need to be they really need spiritual help. And I don't get into all that religion. I'm a spiritual person. I'm into some certain things, but you really have to go deep within to get the type of help you need. And sometimes, if people would learn that they have issues, pray about it. Ask God to help you. That's what I have to do. Anytime I want to come on here and cuss these idiots out, and really, I have to really go to God and ask him to help me, because I can't live in this world without him. People are too evil, and people are too irate. And they are they're just very just evil. I mean, there's no other word to say it. And so that I won't be that way, so that I won't become what I hate, I have to really pray about it. I have to really seek God, because if I continue to go into my hate and my bitterness, I'm going to be exactly what I talk against. And that's the scary part on here. So master your own behavior. Take control of your own behavior. Quit thinking everybody owe you something. Quit thinking everybody owe you respect. You're not going to get respect unless you give it. And I don't understand how you don't know that at your age. Unless you give it, you're not going to get it. So again, move on. Know who your real enemies are. And if you really be honest, really know the real enemy is within you. It's not anybody on YouTube. It's really you at the end of the day. So really deal with that enemy within you. Right, mindful. Thank you. Yeah, so it's really within you. But your scare tactics, snake tactics, whatever you want to try to do, just remember, whatever you do, there's consequences behind what you do in this life, on and off of YouTube. So if you come for me in any type of way that is not just simple, hey, I don't like you, writing on your community wall of death, hey, I can deal with that. I'm used to people not liking me on here. That's just what people do. They want to find the enemy, and then they'll be talking about you for the next year or two. That's what they do. But when it comes to going into people's personal lives and trying to go into people's jobs and do this, you are crossing the line for nothing at all, for something that was just a question. So stop letting Satan play with your mind, ma'am, because the devil really got your mind. That's why you act the way you do. See, the gummies make your common sense and your logic go to hell. So the devil can go in there and play with your mind and do what he wants to, and do his, and you're doing his bidding for him. Because really, at the end of the day, people don't realize that sometimes those negative entities be using people to do what they want them to do. And that's exactly what's going on now. You don't understand why people are so scary. Yeah, keep living. You'll find out. There's some good and bad things. And it's a lot of bad going on out here. And it's not just because, and it's, what do you think, just because it's just bad things? It's good and evil. It's a war going on. That's why I keep trying to get people to understand. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, CC. I keep trying to tell you, it's a good and bad going on in this world. It's evil and good. And people don't understand that, because, or they don't want to understand it because they don't want to believe in a God. That's all that is. They don't want to believe in the devil. They don't want to believe in the hell. They don't want to believe in the heaven. But for real, it's some good and bad going on out here in this world. And people don't realize that the negative entities, the demonic entities, are using other people to get at other people. There's some truth to a movie called Fallen. Denzel Washington, I believe, was in. Yeah, Denzel Washington was in that movie. And when you see that movie, you can understand a little bit of how the spiritual world works. See, the spiritual world is more real than the world that we see, our senses, our five senses, and what we see every day. It's more real than the physical, you know. So all I'm gonna say is, quit letting the devil use you, ma'am, because you're gonna find yourself in a worse place than you ever can imagine. Keep playing with God, and keep playing with God's people. And if you think you're God's people, if you think you're a godly person, or you're trying to walk in that light, let your light shine. Let people see that you're of Him, and you're not of those negative things, of those evil things. See, people got to see a difference in you. If people don't see a difference in you, you're a fraud. That's why I always say, I got a lot of work to do. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm definitely not where I used to be. And I'm definitely not going to sit up here and fake and shake and act like I'm something when I'm not. I got struggles. I got struggles. Some people, it takes God for me not to retaliate or do certain things that I want to do. It really do. And it don't make me better than nobody. It just makes me, I'm trying to make better decisions than other people. But if I still know better than nobody, I still need grace. I still need God at the end of the day. But at least I can admit it. And some people can't. So you guys, I hope that you understand, I'm not in no beef. I'm just stating how I feel about a situation and what I'm not going to stand for. I'm not going to stand for nobody bullying me. I'm not going to stand for anybody getting into my personal information or getting into my personal life. I'm not going to stand for that. Keep it YouTube. I'm going to let you be great. Let me be great. And we going to move accordingly. Because ain't nobody the queen over me but my mama. Nobody. So ain't nobody no queen mother over me. I got one mama. I got plenty of aunties and plenty of sisters. I don't need no female role models on here. I'm good. And I definitely don't need nobody to try to put me in my place. Stay in your lane, ma'am, and let me stay in mine. You guys be blessed. Talk to you later. Selena.
It's a bad baby. Oak Cliff girl. Can't make you change my world. Damn, you're so fine, girl. Oak Cliff girl. Put them heels on and prove.
Welcome to Selena's Couch, where you are welcome to be free to be yourself. So you can lay your head on my couch, on my pillows.
It's all good. We can do whatever we wanna do now. I'm in my bag right now, and I got a feeling, babe. Yeah, you're gonna be my number one lover. Spend the night making love to each other, with the lights on top of the covers. Just me and you, babe. And I feel like you're my
Love you to Reese's Pieces.
Get you a word. Nana nana boo boo.